town of Davidson, and my in-laws, friends, and family. I should have made this video about a year ago when I found out about everything, and while I wanted to, I wasn't 100% sure about everything that I posted. And some of you may recognize me, some of you definitely know me. And if you're new here and you're from that town, or if you're connected to anybody within that town, especially family, my name is Diamond, and I was born and raised in Saskatoon. And I've come to social media to raise awareness about a registered sex offender who stalks, hacks, and catfishes people online. And I have close connections within a family within the town of Davidson. And last year in June, I found out that at least 300, if not more, of my social media friends, family, and acquaintances were hacked and impersonated by this registered sex offender. Like I said, I didn't really know much then. Had a really good idea, but I didn't really get a whole lot of my confirmations until throughout the last year. And I only found out about 2 months ago that he's on the sex offender registry. When I thought this whole time he's just a rejected stalker, aka a guy rejected back in 2019. Now, some of you have maybe been to my page and you know what's going on, which is awesome. And if you know what's going on, you need to just make sure you stay and listen to this video, and I'll tell you why. This video is about information about events and family functions to do with my in-laws and myself, including friends as well. Now, before I go into anything further, I just want to let people know that there was a family function that happened recently. And prior to this family function, I was catfishing this creep through an account, and he didn't think I knew that it was him behind the account. Go into other videos into reasons as to why I do that. But anyways, this family function was coming up, and this guy, the only control he has is trying to find out anything he can through other people. And definitely not me, because he's not going to get it from me and anybody else that's closely connected to me. But anyways, going through this conversation of this catfisher, when I was catfishing him back, this guy likes to bait out information out of me. He's done it in the past through friends and family, and it's how he gets little pieces of whatever he wants to know that I don't outright say to people or that I never posted on my status or whatever. And he does it in a way where he doesn't directly ask you about it. He'll say something that's kind of similar, or he'll hint at it, so you end up talking about what he wants you to say. So he wanted confirmation that I was going to be at this family function. And he thought, because I thought I was talking to a friend, that I would just get comfortable, feel safe, and tell him what I was doing. And on TikTok too. Like, what a dumbass. But anyways, I played dumb and I played along, and I didn't give any into anything. And what he asked was, what are you doing this weekend? And before he even let that one loose, I knew he was going to scurry around like a little rat that he is and go in between people that are connected to me, like mutual friends on my in-laws' side, try and figure out what was going on. Because it was a birthday party, and he knew that that girl's birthday was coming up. That's how heavy this guy stalked me. He doesn't only know stuff about me, he knows stuff about everybody around me. But anyways, I wouldn't tell him what I was doing on the weekend. I knew exactly what he was trying to do. He was trying to get confirmation as to whether or not I was going to be at that family function. And then when I didn't say anything, he randomly blurted out the same type of activity that we were doing at this birthday party, which completely just gave himself away. And I was just remember thinking, like, really? I think because you said that, I'm going to say, oh, by the way, yeah, I'm doing that too. No, he just like blew his cover and gave himself away. Even though I knew for sure, I give myself at least 3, if not 2, for sure, confirmations on account. I make sure they do certain things for me for sure to know before I tell myself to, just be aware that they stay connected, just to kind of fuck with them and keep that paper trail. But anyways, point being is he knew what was going on. And I remember thinking, I didn't tell the mom of the kid's birthday party until a few days later. I didn't want to ruin the vibe, but I knew that he knew that where we were and what we were doing. I told her a few days later, and I said, somebody told somebody's account that he was impersonating a family or a friend, and he probably just casually asked what they were doing, knowing damn well they were going to that same event, and got the confirmation from there. He might have not even done that. He might have even just impersonated a mutual friend or family member, and they just said it. They said, oh, today I'm going to do this, which we should be able to do that. We really should, but that's why I'm making this video. And whoever was at that same event, and if you've seen me, and I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about, you all have to think about who you are talking to, who you don't see on a daily basis, who you haven't seen in person. And this can be a family member, a close friend, it can be anybody, because this guy pretended to be people that I'm not even close with. He pretended to be my dad, my cousins, my aunts, good friends. He read our history chat. He sounded exactly like them. He copied their dialect, their phrases, like the slangs that they say. He sounded exactly like them. He would talk about inside jokes and bring up memories and events that only me and these people remember. And the only way he would remember is he had to have hacked their accounts, which he did. And he hacked my accounts in 2020 and read our history chat. That's why I really emphasize you have to really be careful on who you're conversating, especially about family events and whatnot. This isn't just for my privacy and my safety, it's for my kids and it's for the rest of the family too. Because the in-laws are my family as well. My focus has been blowing up my story on social media while focusing on my son and his friends in the school, making sure to inform them. But now my main focus is the town of Davidson and my in-laws, and making sure this information gets to them and it gets them thinking, and we start to find out which accounts are being impersonated, which accounts were hacked. And I can guarantee you at least all of you probably have this guy on your friends list and you're not even really aware. Like, this guy pretended to be some random person and was on my friends list since 2019. And I thought he was someone I knew, someone from my past. He looked at my friends lists, looked at this guy's profile, copied his profile, stole his pictures, and told me that he made a new account. And I knew no different. I added him. And that's all it takes. So if you've had that happen within at least the last 4 years, whether it's family, it's friends, it's acquaintances, and especially if they say, oh, my old account got hacked, add this new one, and oh, add this number too, because that's what happened to me. I got lied to through at least 30 to 50 accounts of this guy pretending to be friends because he couldn't hack them. So he stole their photos, pretended to be them, and I didn't question it. You know, I didn't. So that's why I'm telling everybody, because if I didn't question it and I knew he was around and I knew he was stalking me, how are other people going to question it? You know, if I'm not telling people and if I'm not informing them. And the mother of this child, she doesn't post about her kid or anything like that, or any about events. She doesn't talk about any of that stuff. She knows very well about my feelings, and you know, she knows not to do that, as well as many other my family, friends, and acquaintances too, people that I'm in contact with right now. So there's no way she would have just told some other random person about what was going on. Maybe, but she's pretty sure she didn't, and she doesn't post it publicly. So it's somebody that's either in the group chat or somebody that's connected to somebody that was at the event. And all it takes is for him to pretend to be your friend and be like, hey, what are you doing today? And you saying, hey, I'm gonna go do this. And because you think it's your family member or your friend, it's okay to say those types of things. Yes, it should be, but this guy is purposely hacking and impersonating people. He can't get through to me. The only way he hacked my friends and family was stalking their friends and family and acquaintances too. Because people don't fall for random accounts hacking them anymore. Scammers have upped their game to impersonating actual people's accounts. Look it up. It's an actual thing. So yeah, like, he had to stalk and hack people that aren't even connected to me, that I don't even know at all, in order to get through to me. And I'm sorry, there's gonna be another part for this, and you all need to really know this.